Welcome, people of the World Wide Web, and it is another week of look what I have been watching, or look what I'm watching, even if I don't know what it is with me today. I can't get my words out. But yes, so we have 3 DVDs I've watched. I've been a bit slow. I have watched some online or streamed some ones, and that's where one of the honourable mentions goes. But we'll get into it, so let's see what we have. I'll do it in the order that I watched them. So the first one is Rogue. This is one I picked up when Matt's V Movies and AJ's come to visit me. Matt's V Movies recommended this one. Basically, it is has quite a cast. Sam Worthington, probably the most one, and Radha Mitchell. She was in not Chronic Riddick. Pitch Black, the first one of that one she was in. I think that was kind of a breakthrough one. So this is basically an Australian outback, a tour guide and a load of guests go down a stream or a river or whatever on one of these boats, and they're seeing all the sights, and basically they get to a point and they see this flare and they go and investigate this flare. It turns out the reason why this flare was launched is because there is a giant sized alligator in this kind of spiritual land that you shouldn't really venture, and it proceeds to attack and kill quite a lot of the people within, or it kills a lot of people. It's all right as it goes. It reminded me a little bit of Lake Placid in places. And I was very upset that Kevin the dog got eaten. I'm a very big animal lover and was very upset that he lasted so long and then got mauled to death by the alligator. Spoiler alert, but very unhappy. But it was all right as things go. I say it was doesn't necessarily have your stereotypical characters. Some characters that die and there's some that don't, and it's a little bit surprising. It was alright. It's only like an hour and a half, I think. I went 95 minutes, so it wasn't too bad on that skim. So the next one, see, another one I did pick up when I had AJ that down, was the Batman Soul of the Dragon. I thought I had seen, but turns out I hadn't. It's very much set on like the 70s style, with quite a lot of characters with Bronze Tiger and that, and Batman fitting into it, and it isn't one of my favourite styles. I do like the kung fu scene of it, but I don't know, this didn't kind of work for me. It was more they've taken a kind of the kung fu era and then shoved Batman into it, and a little bit of the mythology, because you have like evil serpent gods and stuff like that, and then it kind of ended openly as well. I don't know if there's a second one. I couldn't see anything that continues this, so it was a bit of a weird one for me. Not your stereotype, not, I wouldn't rate it that high, but that was just me. But I bought it. I think it cost me £2. It's in the collection now, so it is what it is. And then the other one, this was one I bought off Facebook a few months ago. I think somebody was selling them. They were like, ended up being like 30 or 40p, maybe 50p DVD. It might have been £1. I can't remember. So Fire City, End of Days. So this is by, or the first film by a former makeup artist, FX artists, and it is around a building that is inhabited by demons, which is, I can't remember the main, Vin is the main bloke, and basically these demons, there are humans that are sharing a building, but the humans see them, see the demons as humans, and basically they live off the high emotions that these humans give, mainly sad, sorrow, loss, and all this stuff, and they kind of like to screw around with it a little bit. Starting off, it started to be really well. You can tell the person directed, he's very good with the special effects. There are scenes where they're human and then he's the kind of demon form, and there's bits like that that worked really well. The makeup, and that is really well. It was going to be a series and it was turned into a film, and I kind of feel it needed to be a series, but because there is nudity and because there is blood and gore, that's why it was more turned into this. And even though it has a 15 rating, and yeah, it kind of felt like they took the essence of like Farscape and Space Precinct and those kind of makeup stuff, and I said I felt like the story was just a little bit lacking in places and that, and it started off so well with how the Vins merged from human to stuff, and there were bits like that. I really wish the director had actually focused more on this side of it and maybe tried to bring it through in maybe a different way. Maybe the story just, or even say if he maybe got rid of the sex and the violence and turned this into a series, I reckon actually probably could have been very, very popular. But yeah, I've watched it. I don't know if I would ever revisit it. I think it is supposed to be the first of many, but as far as I can tell, there isn't any more done. So that's what it is. There's a bit of the back, so let's see the different creatures and stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's mainly what I've been watching. And as I said, I have been streaming some stuff, and my top one is still the Michael J. Fox story. Now, people that don't know me, that I am a massive Michael J. Fox fan. I don't know all the ins and outs of his life and thing, but I have watched a lot of his stuff. I read the books, I've seen stuff. So for me, this film was good to see an insight. It was good to see him explaining some stuff. I mean, it starts off mirroring certain bits of the book and stuff like that. It explains about how the Tremble started and kind of takes out key points of his life, culminating his family and where he is now. To me, as a fan, I really enjoyed the film. The only thing I kind of felt it was missing for me, I wanted to see more of Michael and see more of his personal struggles, because there are a lot of realizations that obviously with the condition he has, he falls over and injures himself a lot, and even then you realize that he's in like quite a lot of pain and stuff, and all this he has to deal with on a daily basis, and has been since 1990, when he was first kind of, or his pinky finger on his left hand first started to tremble. And it's good to see him open up. I mean, he opens up a bit about his life, obviously the loss of his dads and stuff, and but there are good shining points. You get to see him and his wife and his family, and it is nice for him to disclose this part of his life. I mean, I look forward to maybe one day seeing him while he is still around. I hope I get to see that, because I have seen Christopher Lloyd. But it is, I mean, if you are a fan of Michael J. Fox, it is just good to see him open up about that. I mean, I knew with his tremble starting around Spin City, there were ways he tried to manage it, and there are clips that it shows now, and you can see his hands tremble in a way that obviously is showing the symptoms that you wouldn't have picked up when you were first looking, because you were never looking for that, because you didn't know. And yeah, it is nice for him to open up at least a part of his life now. Obviously, he is a celebrity and people do hound him, and he may want to keep a part of it to himself, and I do appreciate that. But I think this is a nice, any Michael J. Fox fan will appreciate this, to see more about him, but also get a bit insight into his life. And yeah, so that is my definitely like star watch. So it's on Apple TV, it's streaming. I hope it gets I hope it gets a physical media release, because I'll definitely buy it. But yeah, so that's Look What I Am Watching, whatever episode we're on this week. Hope you're enjoying these videos and seeing the random assortment of what I do watch. Please do like, comment and subscribe if you wish. I've been Cypher Sigma, and I shall see you in the next one.